Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I really do appreciate you dropping in. Today's video will be another interrogation video. It might be disturbing for a lot of people, but it seems like people have been enjoying this series. So might as well try another episode and see if you guys enjoyed as much as the last. If you want to stay up to date with all of my content, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to get notified each time I post a video or go live, make sure to hit the notification button. Because the subscription button doesn't mean that anymore. Lately, YouTube's been a little tough on the true crime genre. They like to say that our videos aren't advertiser-friendly. Well, today's sponsor would disagree with that. This video is sponsored by Gin Rummy Stars, a free-to-play friendly gin rummy game that you can play anywhere at any time. It's been my new recent addiction lately. I'm already level 55, and I was completely new to the game about a week ago. The game is totally free to play for both iOS and Android. And it's the best card game. I've been playing it for hours at a time. In the game, you play against other live opponents, and they're very challenging from around the world. It really helps improve your strategic skills and trains your brain. If you don't know how to play, that's fine. I didn't know how to play before I tried it here. The app has a very easy tutorial you can follow. Each player's dealt 10 cards. You collect sets and runs and try to avoid extra high cards, which count as deadwood. So like 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind, that counts as a set. Runs are if they're in order and in the same suit, ace being low, king being high. Your goal is to complete the highest number of sets and runs to achieve more points than your opponent. You get a gin by using every single card, or you can knock when your deadwood is 10 or below. But you have to be careful because if your opponent has a lower deadwood, that could really hurt you. Gin Rummy rules are easy to learn, so you can master the full Gin Rummy strategy in no time and enjoy the best online card game with friends or family. Here's a short clip where I was playing and I won, because I'm very good at this game. At least I like to tell myself that. In the game, you can also find special variants like Joker Gin. You also have cool card decks to play with. And check this out, you can personally customize your own avatar. How cool is that? I am the snowman right now. Yes, I know it's not Christmas, but I'm the snowman. Do you think you have what it takes to win in Gin? How about you download the app and try to beat me at the tables? What are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the game for free and receive 600 free coins. And you also get daily chip bonuses. Good luck, because you're gonna need it if you come against me. And I will see you there. Introduction. Elaine Campione met her future husband Leo Campione in the year 2000. At the time, Elaine had moved to Ontario to work as a nanny. She had worked several jobs prior, including as a babysitter. She had initially trained to be a home support worker at college. Their relationship was tense from the start. Elaine had to go out of her way to make sure Leo was happy. He would judge her frequently, which would stress Elaine out. Even during their honeymoon, Elaine spent long periods on the phone talking to her parents about how things were. There came a point when Elaine wasn't even eating. Leo and Elaine then had a child together. They named her Serena. And soon after that, Elaine's relationship with her parents went downhill, and she wouldn't even pick up their calls. She didn't call her parents until after she gave birth to another girl, Sophia. And when she called, it was to complain about Leo's violence. He had hit her. Children's Aid had reported to their home, and Elaine ended up at a woman's shelter with her daughters. Build up to murder. Elaine then spent a few weeks visiting her parents. That's around the time her mother started to notice how detached Elaine was from her children. It seemed as though she was more concerned about phone calls than Serena and Sophia. Elaine later returned to the woman's shelter, but her mother never forgot about the visit. It was troubling. What's sad is that the detachment between Elaine and her children was just the tip of the iceberg. What Elaine's mother didn't know is that her daughter was gripped with delusions. Elaine actually thought Leo hired people to harm her and their daughters. She even claimed to see aliens and was paranoid. Elaine ended up in a psychiatric institute in June 2005. A social worker in her ward reported that Elaine saw herself and her children as one entity. She was also contemplating suicide. Things got only worse from there. Later that same year, while driving her mother to the airport, Elaine would only take right turns. She also wouldn't let Serena touch anything red, as red reminded her of blood. And the talk of seeing aliens also continued. She ended up in a psychiatric institute again. The fear was that she had postpartum psychosis. After being discharged, things didn't get any better for Elaine. She sought out help again, but at a different institute this time. She was told to consult a family doctor. A month later, she tried to end her life, leading to her being admitted again. The murder. To make matters worse, Elaine got embroiled in a heated custody battle with Leo. Between 2004 and 2005, he had assaulted both Elaine and Serena, so he was charged with assault and assault causing bodily harm. But he was determined to gain custody and stop Elaine from ever seeing her daughters again. He was confident that Elaine's mental issues would give him an advantage in the custody battle. Before the custody battle was concluded, Elaine did the unthinkable. On October 4th, 2006, she dialed the authorities and told them her daughters were dead. She had drowned them to keep Leo from gaining custody of them. She then took a video addressing Leo and the abuse she went through.
Recording this because Leo and I are very happy. Everything is gone. You wouldn't give peace. You wouldn't tell the truth. I begged. You even had Stacy not believing me, telling her I had to sign papers when I didn't. I went to victim witness to get the truth. Trying, begging everyone the truth. How you beat me. 3 years behind closed doors, beat me when I was pregnant with Serena and Sophia. You didn't care about our babies, you didn't care about me, you cared about yourself. All you did was hurt us. And you gave Serena an idea that you could actually have my children. God believes me, and God's taking care of them now. You're protected by God, thank God, and thank Him. Because there's no way I could have them with you. You were a hideous monster. The things you used to do to me. I still have horrific nightmares all the time because of you. You're an evil, horrible man. I begged the courts to let me go home where I could be protected by my family. I went through lawyers, fighting this last lawyer, even with all the papers I showed, telling her, look, you know, he's lying. There's nothing wrong with me mentally, there isn't. I'm scared of you, I'm scared of everything, of your family. Everything you've told me over the years is the truth. And I'm just going to God, because God is the only one who cares and can protect me. Because you are the devil, Leo. You are the psychotic devil. And I should have stayed away from you the first time you beat me when I first met you, when I was, 21, 22. I should have ran away from you far then. At least the girls and I will be together in heaven, protected and safe from you. You can't hurt us, you can't torture us, you can't bother me anymore. You can't sit there and control me. You have me locked into a county where I have no friends, no family. You got it so I couldn't even go see my own parents. Where I need to be with my family, the people who truly love me and have always been there for me. Take my children to be in a nurturing place. Look at the photographs, Leo. My kids were happy. They were happy with me. I was a great mom. I did everything with these kids. I took them to playgroups. I took them to everywhere. I did tons of crafts with them. Sang songs with them all the time. Did everything that CS told me to do. And I begged and begged and begged everyone to help me get out of this province away from you because you and your family are psychotic.
When the authorities arrived, they found Elaine had dressed her daughters up in their pajamas and adorned them with jewelry. She then placed them on her bed and made them hold hands. The entire scene was disturbing, and their bodies had already started to decompose, suggesting that they had been dead for a while. Elaine was arrested, and during her interview with the authorities, the officers tried to get to the bottom of what happened. How Elaine murdered her children, and why did she do it?
And you said something about how she was trying to float in the...
She's trying to float backwards, and then she got water in her ear and panicked, and then it showed in the tape I stopped because I went to pick her up to pull her out and kept telling her it was okay because she was trying to show she could float on her back. And then I stopped.
Okay, why did you stop?
Because I wanted to pick her up because she panics when she gets on her back.
Did her head go under the water?
Her ear. And she doesn't like water in her ears.
Okay. Now, at any point during that, did you push her under the water?
No,
You sure, Elaine?
I'm sure. These are my babies. I've been taking them to swimming lessons. I'm trying to teach them not to be scared of the water.
But you took this medication, right?
Yes.
And you said you wanted to end your life. You wanted to end it all.
I wouldn't kill my babies. My babies are my life.
I understand that.
It's one thing if I don't want to live, but I want. But these are my babies. My parents could have took them.
Did you take your medication before, the bottle of medication before or after? After the bath?
In between the baths. I
In
think.
between?
I'm pretty sure in between.
So when you say in between, they were in their bath, taking their baths, and then you took the medication?
Yeah, because Serena was in her bedroom I had the brittle water, and Serena was getting the pink, the purple flowery princess dress, and asking me if she could wear it for bed. I would never. These are my babies.
I think, like we discussed before, and I think, this is just a lot of pressure. Something happened in there, Elaine, and only you can tell me. There was no one else inside that apartment. You're the only person that was there. And I know you love them. I know that. Tell me about the photo album.
Which one?
You got a couple of photo albums there.
A lot of photos.
I haven't looked through them.
One is from our summer vacation. It's a scrapbook the girls and I put together. Just showing all the different stuff we did together in the summer. One is Serena's 3rd birthday. She had a princess birthday party.
Yeah.
There's a pink one, which is Sophia's baby one. And then there's another one, which is Serena's baby one. And in the closets is my wedding photos or honeymoon photos, which I allow Serena to look at when she wants to see her father. She's allowed to go and look at those pictures. But she's supposed to keep them in their room because I don't want them through the house.
Okay. So when the police came in this morning, where were the photo albums?
Which photo album?
Those photo albums that you talked about.
The scrapbook one would have been in Serena's room. She keeps it in her room.
Okay.
She carries it wherever. Sometimes it's under the bed, sometimes it's on the bed.
She carries it with her?
Yeah. She takes it wherever she goes and shows it to the babysitter, shows it to anybody who comes in the house. And the wedding photo album should all be in the playroom closet. because I try to keep them covered.
Mm-hmm. And where did the kids sleep last night?
They slept in my bed.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about that. What happened there is...
I came to bed around 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
Went to curl up with Sophia. I was going to bring in a bottle for her because it's usually her feeding time and she was cold.
Mm-hmm.
And the fan, I leave a fan running. So I pulled up the covers from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I cuddle up both of them, and usually they turn and cuddle in with me. They weren't cuddling in with me.
Mm-hmm.
And Sophia had weird colored lips.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I thought there was something wrong. And I looked at Sophia Serena, and she was looking weird too.
Mm-hmm. And what happened then?
And I assume that's when I called. I didn't know after. That's all I can remember is going in to cuddle in with them to get ready to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't moving. They were just laying there. And usually they turn to me. And Sophia usually wraps her arm around this arm, and Serena reaches over both of us to cuddle in with both of us. And they should have had their blankies. They should have had Barney and Kitty Cat and Sheep, because they all sleep with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they were all there, but that's who sleeps with all of us in the bed.
Yeah, all of them were there. Okay. They were all there. All right.
She should have rolled over. She didn't. Her upper of her lip was all this weird color.
Mm-hmm. What was that from?
I don't know. She just had a weird lip color.
Mm-hmm.
And her bruises. Sophia has a bruise from the YMCA from last week when Serena went swimming, and she hit the corner of all the cement thing, and it was really dark and it had been fading. And Serena's bruise was from when she tripped on the sidewalk, and there was 10 other witnesses who saw that. It was really dark.
Mm-hmm.
They were fading, and all of a sudden they were all dark.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked pale. They looked sick.
Mm-hmm. And is that point did you call, or did you call later?
I think I called then. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This part is all blurry. I don't know. All I remember is trying to figure out why they weren't calling. I was shaking them and asking them to wake up, and usually they'll wake up for me. I called Sophia if she wanted her bobo, and she wasn't moving for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she always wants her bobo.
The aftermath. During Elaine's trial, her defense team did not dispute that she had murdered her children. Instead, they argued that she was not guilty by reason of insanity. It was clear that she was suffering from mental illnesses, but since she was well aware that drowning her children was wrong, the jury found her guilty of 2 counts of murder. The court sentenced her to life in prison. Years later, Elaine tried to appeal her decision, but the judge in her appeal reiterated that she knew what she was doing was against the moral code of society. And that's what makes her responsible for the deaths of her daughters. I appreciate you all taking the time to check out this video, I really do. And once again, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Gin Rummy Stars. It really is a fun game. I was very surprised when I tried it. I had no idea how to play it at all, and I did learn on the app, and yeah, I've played that game a lot, guys. So if you're into strategy games, I highly recommend you check it out. Use the link in the description to help a brother out. I hope everyone has a wonderful day and stays safe out there. And just remember, it's always scarier if it's true. Bad bye.